There are about 900 to 1,000 community colleges in the US. Um, and at a point in history, if you study the history of higher education in the US, they will tell you that in California, there was a time that every 2 weeks there was a new community college being established. If you hold a high school qualification, if you have a diploma, whether 2 year or 3 year diploma, even with a bachelor's degree, there are certain points, even if you've gone up to a master's degree, you still qualify to apply to a community college. The applications are easy. Sometimes they'll waive the application fee for you. Sometimes they'll even ask you to print out the application document, just complete it with a pen and a paper, and then mail it to them, add your document to it, and you're good to go. Most of them would offer you some amount of scholarship, but a lot of them, it's very, the cost of attendance is very low compared to maybe 4 year colleges or any other higher education institution. If your results are not too good, that is the best place to start from. You start from a community college, and mostly they offer 2 year associate degree. The associate degree is like the equivalent of maybe a diploma in Ghana, or a 2 year qualification, which we call a diploma in Ghana. So if you are looking for an institution that will be easier to get in, cost of attendance is lower, and then you wouldn't have strict, application deadlines. As it stands now, there are some universities that have closed their applications. However, most community colleges, you can apply as late as somewhere in March, April, June, July, and still be admitted for the next academic semester, which is in the August. And so they admit in the spring, they admit in the fall. Whenever you want to apply, there is always a community college to apply to. Today, we are speaking with somebody who have gone through the process. The major criticism about community colleges that it's difficult to get visas with them. But would you be the first person to study in a community college? The answer is no. So we have somebody on the podcast who has been through the community college route. Remember, we had another person who came on through community college from South Africa, got the visa approved and all that. How did she apply? Which community college did she apply to? How was she able to get the visa approved? And what has that 2 year qualification led her into now? The name is The Fred Effect. This is the biggest study abroad content platform. And we come your way this and every weekend, let you know individuals who have been through the study abroad process so that you who want to study abroad can also go through the same. My co-host will be Arabi. Hi, Audrey. How are you doing?
Hi, Fred. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I think you're taller than me. Can you push up your? Yeah, right now I'm taller than you. So if you could push up, yeah, so that you can take, you know, occupy
Okay.
to like come occupy the space. Nice,
You
nice.
know, right? Is it
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. This is very okay. You're looking good. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm taking it one day at a time. How are you? It's been a
I'm
while.
okay. Yeah, thank you for coming on.
hmm
And for people seeing your beautiful face for the first time, talk to us about your TikTok. Introduce yourself, and and a lot of people who are fans of our podcast know you, but for new people, kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Audrey. For you, I'm Mensa, but I go for fire by the name Arabi. I came here as an international. I'm an international student. No longer a student, but I came here as an international student. Western Illinois University through the Fed Effects program. With a CGP of 2.8 and the help of Fed Effects and other people, I was able to secure a full scholarship and get here to read higher education at Western Illinois University. Currently, I'm working as a resident tour director somewhere in the New York State. Uh, yeah, so my I do study abroad content on TikTok. My TikTok page is RB for you Amensa. So follow me, or just RB, just look at RB on TikTok and follow me, and let's have a conversation. Today I'm most excited to be on the podcast because our guest has a unique story. Most often people say you cannot or you don't get visa approved when you are with uh, community college, but our guest today has defied all the odds and she's here. So I know my guest. We are all going to know our guest and we take it from there. Thank you,
Yeah.
Fred.
So there are several segments of the program. As you know, the question of the week is why did you why did you give up on your study abroad process? So what stopped you from applying to universities and colleges abroad? Let us know in the comment section. Is it a recommendation? Is it application fees? Is it your CGPA? Why did you stop applying to schools abroad? Let us know in the comment section. Remember that if you comment, if you like, if you share, you automatically join the draw. And then at the end of the session, we select one person who the team is going to help go through the process. Remember that, if you're new on the platform, this is the Study Abroad podcast. We are streaming live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. We are also live on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you think you're comfortable. Check us on X as well. And then we are on Instagram too, streaming live. So wherever your data is enough to go watch us, wherever you have free data there, you can just switch and go and watch us there. And then let us hear your questions in the comment section. So we will be coming your way with University of the Week. And then we also come your way with the application fee waiver of the week as well. We'll be picking questions from you. We'll have you live in the studio to ask our guest questions, and we'll be answering your questions. Where are you in the study abroad process? What help do you need? To get in touch with us is easy. Instagram, our verified Instagram handle, just send us a message. Let's get our guest on. How are you doing, Nisa?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, so I think you're also taller than me, yeah? So if you could put up your camera a little bit, yeah, great. So I'm sandwiched between two beautiful ladies. Arabi, we can get started.
Hi, Nisa. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Fed Effect Study Abroad podcast. How have you been?
It's a pleasure. I've been doing okay. Yeah, so far so good.
So far, so good. Yeah, I guess it. So, how has study abroad been for you?
Um, it's been an interesting journey so far, highs and lows, challenges and blessings. But I would say in total, it's been a good experience. That was the dream when I was back in Rwanda. So I'm grateful to say the
Oh,
least.
okay. So you are from Rwanda, right?
So I'm originally from Cameroon, but I moved to Rwanda to study. Then I left from Rwanda to the US.
Okay. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. My name is Nisa Ade. I'm Cameroonian by nationality. I'm a YouTuber. I'm also a customer relations manager and an executive assistant. And a mother, daughter, wife. I'm currently doing my bachelor degree in cybersecurity at the Wilmington University. And yeah. What happened? I think the
Okay,
connection.
we lost probably lost Audrey. Let's see if she can. So we lost Audrey. Hopefully she can bounce back. So you were trying to introduce yourself. If you could go ahead with that.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm called Nisa Ade, currently based in Ohio, Columbus. I'm Cameroonian by nationality. I'm a customer relation manager and also an executive assistant at a company in Ohio. And I'm also currently doing my third bachelor's degree in cybersecurity.
Oh, awesome. So you mentioned that you came through a community college. For people hearing about community colleges the first time, when we say community colleges, what is it? And if you are supposed to translate it into the two countries that you can talk, which is Cameroon and Rwanda, what is the equivalent of a community college back home?
That's a great question. It's more like HND. So
Mhm.
it's they say you get an associate degree preparing you for an actual degree. So community colleges basically, as the name goes, community, it's a college where it's first of all more it's way more affordable than other like a standard college. And
Mhm.
then it's a college that was basically designed to help communities, people who cannot afford or cannot kickstart their journey with like all the bigger universities because of the price in general. But
Mhm.
then also the quality of education there is very good. It's the fact that it's lower in price does not mean the standard is also that is low. It's
Mhm.
very high standard college. So it's kind of equivalent to HND, if I would say, higher
Okay.
national diploma. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your academic qualification before applying to the community college?
And it's so I was done get with my second bachelor's before applying to community college.
Oh, so you had a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I had 2 bachelor's degrees before applying.
I see. So you have 2 bachelor's degrees from Rwanda.
One from Cameroon, one from Rwanda.
Okay, so ideally, for somebody who has a bachelor's degree and you don't even have one, you have 2. People would ask, why then didn't you apply to master's degree?
Exactly. And that's one of the questions I was actually asked at the embassy. Why a community college? So honestly, for me, first of all, it's easier to get into a community college. And then
I want you to repeat that aspect. I want you to repeat that.
Oh, I think it's my connection.
Did
you lose me?
I see. I can hear you there.
You can hear me?
Yeah. So it's easier to get into a community college. That's what you said.
Yes, it's easier to get into a community college. In fact, once you apply, they give you a conditional acceptance letter. No, as long as you are having a high school degree, a high school certificate, basically, then you go through pay the application fee and all of that to get your unconditional acceptance. But everybody, as long as you have a high school degree, you can get in.
Okay, so to the question, why not? Why didn't you go in for a master's or even another bachelor's degree, but rather decided to more or less like you are going to your current academic qualification if you already have a bachelor's?
That's a great question. Honestly, I was like, I wanted to come into the US first and then start leveling up or meeting up with where I'm supposed to be, basically. So, but also the particular community college I was applying to, I had done a lot of research. As much as it was a little bit lower than where I was at that point, I'd done a lot of research and I realized the project I was about to carry out in Cameroon then, the community college was able to offer me that value. And then it reduced me the stress of applying for maybe the bigger universities and going through all that stress. I was like, okay, let me target a community college. I prepare well. It will still help me what I want to get. And once I'm in the US, I can start moving up different stages in life. So that was really my thought process.
Do community colleges have a certain age limit that, because we are a small school, maybe we don't offer scholarships? Are there a certain age limit? Like if you are older than a certain age, you can't apply? Is there something like that?
That's a great question. So no, that's the nice thing about community college. Anybody can apply. Anybody. The only thing is, depending on your age and let me say where you find yourself in life at that point in time, once you're going to the embassy, you should be able to defend it. Anybody can apply to community college.
Yeah, and interesting, I know people of about 37 to like 40 who are going to community colleges, and it's a good place to start from. Let's talk about your applications. Did you know that you are going to get in, so you apply to only one community college or you apply to more than one?
I don't know where I got the overconfidence from, but I applied to one. The hope was, okay, I'll apply to this one. If it doesn't go smoothly, then I'll try other universities or community colleges. But I applied and I got a response in less than 3 hours. I was like, okay, let me focus on this and see.
That's how fast they reply?
Yes, I got a response in like 3 hours.
Wow.
I was like, okay, so let me do this.
You put in an application and after 3 hours, didn't that scare you? Like, how would a legitimate school give me admission in 3 hours?
I was first of all skeptic, but I'm research savvy. So what I did first was researching, is this legitimate? Trying to see the other acceptance letters that they have given. Does it match up? searching the email where it came from. Is this real? I did a lot of research before moving on to pay any money for my the application fee.
Mm.
But I was definitely like skeptic, but it was a conditional acceptance letter. So it made sense that okay, you still have things to do before they gave you the unconditional one. So
Okay, awesome. And let's talk about some of the programs. I mean, what program did you apply for? And in the community college, what are some of the programs people can apply to?
I went for cybersecurity, but there are so many programs. There are even just language programs. If you want to come and learn like a particular language, nursing programs, almost any program you can find in a regular college, you will find it in a community college. Basically,
Oh, I
it's
see.
vast. Yes.
I see. Let's talk about scholarships. Do community colleges give scholarship? Did you get a scholarship?
Most community colleges don't give a scholarship just because it's already very subsidized.
Mhm.
It's less expensive than many, in fact, all normal or standard colleges.
Right.
So I did not get a scholarship. You do not even have the option to apply for a scholarship. It's you're going in knowing that you're going to pay your fees. But then the good part is you don't need to pay, most of the community colleges, especially my own, you do
Mhm.
not need to pay the fees until you are in the United States,
Right.
your
I see.
first installment. So yeah, I was like, okay. And you have the opportunity to work and study. So I was like, okay, let me get here. I'll figure out the fees.
If you're just tuning in, we are live on the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect. My guest is Nisa. Nisa came all the way from Rwanda, have studied in Cameroon, have studied in, So are you originally a citizen of Cameroon or Rwanda?
Rwanda. Oh, sorry, Cameroon. But
Oh, okay.
I have a Rwandan name. I'm Cameroonian.
So the French speaking part of Cameroon or the English speaking part?
English speaking part.
Oh, I see. Awesome. So she's sharing her experience applying to a community college, even though she already had 2 bachelor's degrees, contrary to what people think that, if you apply to a community college, especially if you should have even 1 bachelor's degree, you're not going to get the visa. How many times did you go for the visa interview? Because she got it. How many times?
One time.
That means you have something special because a lot of people are scared with this. With your profile, and anybody who has been through the process will go like, nah, it will be difficult. So, and that's why you have, a session where you mentor people to go through the process as well. Talk to us about your YouTube channel. So I like the fact that when people go through a process and they don't gatekeep, they try to share their experiences and knowledge with other people, just like we do on this platform. Talk to us about your YouTube. Talk to us about how you support people to also prepare for the visa interview.
Thank you so much. So I do a lot of research on my even before the interview. I'm someone who does a lot of research. I've also mentored people on taking interviews before then, but I also put in the work during that period to prepare specifically for F1 interview and F1 interview for community colleges, because an interview for a community college is a little bit more rigorous than if you're going maybe with a master's, PhD, and all of that. So yeah, I have a YouTube channel that, as you can see on the screen, the Adenisa. It's called Adenisa. Once you type, that's my channel. I share travel abroad content, universities with scholarships, um, cheap universities, my story about how I got into community college, everything. And some of the services I offer is I help people prepare for their interviews. So you can book a one-on-one session. The link will be pasted somewhere. You can book a one-on-one session with me and we practice and I'll prepare you for your interview. Thanks to God, many people I've mentored have gotten their visas approved. It's a 50-50% chance, but once I mentor you, your chances really increase. Yeah, even if it's not a community college, I also prepare people for job interviews, and I also prepare CVs, cover letters, motivation letter. With that one, you just need to get my YouTube membership and send me an email, and you tell me, okay, I got this, I need a CV and all of that, and we'll get that going. Yeah, those are some of the services I offer, and that's my
Okay.
channel.
So if you're watching us, type Adenisa. The name is ADE and then NISA. Does it have a meaning? Like what's the meaning of Adenisa?
That's my real name. My brand is me. That's
Oh,
my
okay. but like most African names have a meaning, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Oh.
does have underpinning, like some meaning to it.
Yeah, Nisa means strong, beautiful woman. Nisa.
Oh,
Yeah, so Ade is my father's name. I honestly do not know. It's like a family name. I don't know the exact meaning. We just carry over the family name, but Nisa means strong woman. Yeah.
right. Type Adenisa in the comment section. So that's the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. So ADE then space NISE. Simple. I like the brand name as well. All right. So moving on. Let's talk about the requirement if you want to apply to this community college. Now what we are trying to say is that even if you have a master's degree, you qualify to apply. So when you had 2 bachelor's degrees, and that means that obviously you've already had a high school qualification. When applying to this college, what document did you use to apply? The 2 bachelor's degree qualifications, your high school, or you just use 1 bachelor's degree? How did you go about it?
That's a great question. I used 1 bachelor's degree. I used my most recent bachelor's degree. But I'm going to be honest with you. If from the time when you got your high school to when you applied, it's not a very long period of time, it's advisable to use your high school. But then I had to fill it in with my most recent bachelor's degree, because the question will be, what have you been doing all this time? You need to give a concrete story. Yes. So I personally use my most recent bachelor's degree. But if you have a high school degree and the time duration before you want to apply is not far, I would advise you go with a high school. You need a passport before you even consider applying. You need your transcripts, depending on what you're going for. If you still need to submit your high school transcript regardless of anything. Then if you want to mention you did you have a bachelor, you want to put that in, you can use that. But I will not advise you to use your master's qualification. You can, yeah. So if you're already having your master's, just go for your undergraduate and fill in the gap, maybe with you unemployment or something. I'll not advise you to go for
I see. So if somebody has a high school, they have a bachelor's already. Now for the application itself, they can application to the college, they can use their high school and they'll add the bachelor's. How about the visa interview? Is it advisable to still add your bachelor's, knowing that you're going for an education institution below what you already have?
It's not 100% advisable, but whatever you put in your DS-160, you have to stick to that story when you go for your visa interview. So they're not going to start asking you if you have a master's, or they'll just take what you have on your DS-160. So if you're ready to defend that, remember whatever you're putting in your DS-60 is what you're going to stick to in the interview.
I see. In your case, obviously we mentioned that the community college normally will not give you scholarship, and of course, we are going to mention some of the community college to our viewers so that they can check it out, including the one that you attended. You said Houston Community College, right?
That is correct.
So let's talk about Houston Community College. Where is it located? Do you think it's a good college for people to apply to? Why should they even apply to that?
That's a great question. It's located in Houston. It has a couple of locations. It's a very big community college. It has different locations in Houston, about 6 campuses. So it's why they have great professors. There are so many international students there, so you don't feel like you're able to easily integrate and feel welcomed into the system. And yes, HCC campus. So yes, yes, you can see in the picture. Yes. So the professors are great. They really support you throughout the journey. At a point in time, they have an integrated system where you can study online or go to the campus. I did remote for quite some time too, so that was really great. You're able to work and study. You're able to have a part-time job while studying, which can also help you pay your fees and all of that. The transition from their community college to an actual college is smooth and seamless. So I think those are some points.
So which campus were you specifically? Because I see the Central Midtown campus, not East Houston campus, Texas Medical Center, Southeast Houston. Which campus were you?
I was at Northeast Houston, but yeah, I barely went to in-person classes.
So when you are applying, do you have an opportunity to select which campus you want to be?
No, until when you're like in the final stages, when you're giving your calendar, or like when you're already in the system, then they'll give you the option to choose, but not the early stages.
Do all the campuses offer the same program, or you would be given the campus based on the program you want to pursue?
There are a couple of them that offer the same programs, but they're like the ones for the medical side and all of that is different. So they'll break everything down for you and then ask you to choose.
I see. So when you're applying, they ask you if you're a first time at Houston Community College, transfer student, returning student, international student. So if you're an international student, this is the option you're going to select. Continuing education consultant, adult learner, dual credit student, and all that. So if you're an international student, this is the option you select. Now, I know you came to or applied to only one community college, but how many, what other community colleges do you know of that we can share with our audience?
Which one is that? Oh my goodness, I've forgotten the names. I had a whole list. I had a whole list in my head.
In Columbus, I know there's Columbus Community College.
So basically, right, every state has a community college. Whatever state you want to apply to has a community college. Then there are other ones at the side, but every state literally has a community college.
And mostly, how do I describe it? Mostly, in every state, the list of community colleges are more than actual universities and colleges.
Mm-hmm.
And so within maybe a couple of minutes drive, there's always a community college somewhere. Just like there is, it's for the community, and so there are lots of them. They are easy to get in. So if you're somebody, there are some people, their results are such that they are struggling to get into an actual college, which is a 4-year college or a university. A community college will be ideal for you if you should apply. And we are going to mention, a lot of them. And if you Google, if you have family members in any state, if you have families in any state, just ask them which community college is closer to them. And I did a whole video explaining, the various community colleges, that are waiving application fees. Some of them do not pay. Do you remember how much you paid for Houston?
It was $80, but there was also the waiver option.
Oh, I see. Yes, so there are a lot of community colleges. Let's see if we can mention some of them. Butler Community College. This is located in Pennsylvania. There is Delaware County Community College. There's a lot of them. Almost every state, every county, there's a list of community colleges. So ideally, if you find the one that probably somebody there that you think the cost of attendance is lower, then you can apply. Some of them, the cost of tuition can be as low as $4,000, $3,000, per semester and all that. All right, welcome, Arabi.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah,
the network and everything is just messing up, but we are back.
Yeah, we're back. So we've gone through the journey from applying, the documents you used to apply and all that. So let's see if you can take it from there.
Okay. Have you gone through the kind of type of universities or the community colleges to apply to, the number?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then it said the application fee was $80.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you go the application fee waiver route, or you paid?
I paid.
Okay, so was it just one that you paid for, or you had several ones that you paid for as well?
No, just that one. I was super confident for whatever reason.
Interesting. Okay, so where did you attend your visa interview?
It was in Rwanda, and just to mention, my battery is showing me signs of going off soon, just in case I go off. It was in Rwanda, Kigali. I attended my interview in Kigali.
Okay, so you moved from you said you were from Cameroon.
Yeah, I moved from Cameroon. I studied in Rwanda for about 3 years. Then I just took my interview from there.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have to go back to your country for the interview?
No, I didn't have to go back. But now with new policies, you have to go back to your initial country. But then I could do it from the country.
Okay. So if you are telling people who are still hesitating with the study abroad journey, what are you going to tell them? Because it's like every day policies are changing, every day immigration laws are changing. What are you going to tell them?
The earlier you apply and keep trying, keep going, the better, because there's no time to waste. And just trust yourself, trust the process, put in the work. Don't give yourself excuses. Just start the process and see it through.
Okay, yeah, because people are like, oh, let me wait next year, next 2 years. I'm holding on to something. I'm not getting this year. Every day policies are changing. Every day immigration policies are it's just changing. So the earlier you do it, the better. Just as Nisa has said. Thank you, Nisa. Okay, so where did you how much did it cost you for you to move from Rwanda to the United States, including your visa?
Approximately 4,500.
Would you be able to break down which steps, at what point did you pay anything and all of that?
Yeah, so basically application fee was like $80. You have to pay service fee for 350, DS 160 form. Oh,
So I think Anissa had already mentioned that there's actually, what was it, some situations back at where she is, and then they lost power. So I think her device just went off. But I think she was able to give us enough information for today, and it's been a great session. Remember that, if you are working on this process, just like Nisa was about to break it down, there are some payments involved. And so if you at any point in time need help to facilitate any of these payments, sometimes it will require that you use a Visa card, a MasterCard, a credit card. For some of these community colleges, it might be challenging to pay your application fee with a card outside the country, because they are mostly, they want to focus on the people in the US. So if you want to apply back home, you may need somebody to help you with a payment. And the Fred Effect team is a trusted brand to help you do this. And so all you need to do is to send us a direct message on Instagram, and then we'll be happy to help you make the payment. If you want to pay your application fee, your service fee, maybe enrollment deposit, visa application fee. Remember that when I wanted to pay my visa application fee, I was in Bole Bamboy by then. We didn't have any GT Bank branch closer to us. So the closest one was in another region, which is in Brongahafo or Bono region. So I needed to travel all the way up from north, from Bole Bamboy to Techiman, just to pay visa application fee, because that was the closest GT Bank. And as at then, you needed to present your passport. So you can't just tell somebody to go and buy it for you or something like that. So just because I want to pay visa application fee, I need to, wait for Bole Bamboy to pay my national service, sit in a car, and there's no lorry station. So I have to wait for the car coming from Wa to Techiman. And if somebody had alighted on the road, I will get to Techiman just to pay visa application fee. But now the good thing is that, and shout outs to the embassy for doing that. The good thing is that you can pay with a MasterCard or Visa card. And so if a GT Bank branch is not closer to you, no problem. Just link up with the Fred Effect team. We'll be able to help you and facilitate that payment. Service fee, if you are in Ghana, cannot be paid in Ghana. So, anybody who is going for visa interview for student, you have to pay either the F1, the M1, or J1 service fee. You cannot process that in Ghana. When you generate the service coupon, link up with the Fred Effect team. We've over close to 10 years now. We've paid for a lot of people, and we are a trusted brand. So link up via Instagram. We'll be happy to help you pay. Arabi, talk to us about LearnFi. I nearly went for L&R anyway. Your microphone is muted. You have to unmute it. We can't hear you.
Okay, sure. Sometimes it happens. It's fine. It's fine. We understand. All right. So LearnFi is an app that helps you send money if you're in the UK, Canada, USA, and other European countries. LearnFi is an app that helps you send money directly back home into people's mobile money accounts or bank accounts. What you have to do is to just go to Google Play Store or the App Store, the Apple App Store, and just download LearnFi, LEMFI, LearnFi, and then sign up using my code Arabi, ARABEE. So you sign up with Lenfa using my code ARABEE. When you send your first $100, Lenfa is saying welcome home. So they are going to give you a $20 cashback. If you're in the US, when you send your first $100, Lenfa gives you a $20 cashback as a bonus, your first transfer bonus. So download Lenfi and use the code ARABEE for your bonus and other perks that Lenfi gives. Lenfi has zero transfer fees, and it's very fast. If you send money in the US to somebody in Ghana, Nigeria, Rwanda, Cameroon, Senegal, and all other supporting African countries, in the next minutes, the person should get the money. You don't have to join or form any queue to get a code and all of that to go through the stress. Just give the person your mobile money account or your bank account, and the person in the US, UK, Canada, and some European countries will be able to send money directly to your mobile money account or your bank account.
I was in Ohio recently, and then there was a friend who was telling me that his brother still has to go to whatever. I don't want to mention any brand, but they are scared of downloading these apps on their phone, which will make it easier. So they have to still drive, go to a certain, make the transfer, and then they have to give the code to the family members who go to withdraw and all that. So how secure is this? People are scared that, okay, in the US, why should I put my details into such an app and stuff like that? Is this secured? Is there a way that Lenfi can be deducting people's money from their account and all that?
Okay, thanks for this question. I'm still struggling to understand people who want to go through that stretch and all of that just to get money. Well, I can just send money to even my grandmother, somebody as old. Just the person should just have a mobile money wallet or just a bank account, and yeah, we are good to go in the next minute. So Lenfi is secure. Lenfi is protected by the Bank of Ghana. Lenfi has issued that with the Bank of Ghana that it is secure to work with Lenfi or to use Lenfi. Lenfi will not take any money from your account until you instruct, and the money they are taking from your account is the money you are asking them to send to somebody back home. And another thing about Lenfi and an upgrade about Lenfi now is you don't have to load your wallet before. You can just put in your details, your bank account details. So you just straight from your bank account to the person's mobile account. Initially, you had to load your wallet before, and people were like, "Oh, this is so stressful." So Lenfi, as a company, listens to people, listens to concerns, and upgraded it. So you have an option. If you want to load your account, that's fine. If you just want to do it directly from your bank account to the mobile money that you want to transfer the money to, that's also very okay. So we have given you that option to do whatever you want to do with your money. There's no way Lenfi is going to take your money. And even if you are here, you are in the US, UK, Canada, and you want to go to Ghana, or you are going to Ghana, a lot of people, because they want to spend a specific amount of money, they put that money in their Lenfi account. And when they get to Ghana, they start withdrawing it in bits. So they know that, hey, because when it comes to dirty December and all of that, you might never know before you realize, phew, scanning NASA.
So this is interesting. So it means that, it's not only people abroad that can use it. If you are living here, you go back home, you can still use Lenfi back home.
Yes, if you are living where you have the account, and so assuming I'm going back in December, I just put maybe $4,000 in my Lenfi account. That's what I'm going to spend. So when I get home, I activate my mobile money account. So I withdraw from my Lenfi to my mobile money. Then I start spending it like that. That's it.
Oh, I see. That should be a smart idea. Instead of
it's a very good advice.
piling up the dollars and saying that when I get home I'm going to exchange and stuff like that.
Nope. So you can also still use the Lenfi when you get home. So if maybe I'm buying anything from now everybody uses mobile money, fish, whatever. I just transfer from my Lenfi account to whoever I'm paying, and then I'm good to go. So I don't even have to carry cash on me just because I have Lenfi account.
Oh, I see. So if your uncle wants to pay, make any payment to you, send money to you to work on your study abroad process, tell them to download Lenfi. If your auntie, if they say that, they can't drive to go to the Western Union, whatever, tell them, auntie, just download Lenfi, use the code Arabi. So if you are from a certain part of Ghana, you may say Alabi, but it is Arabi, BEE, and that's the code you use, and then you get a cashback. It's been a great section. Unfortunately, our guest had to leave quickly because of some circumstance happens, So we will end it here today, and thank you for tuning in. Next week we'll come your way with another insightful section. All right, Arabi, any final words?
Yes, I would say that just as even though we had a very short and brief conversation today, I just want you to know that people are coming in with community colleges. So if you've had that myth or that notion that you cannot get into community college, it is not true. It is not true. So people are coming in. Our guest today came in with community college. So if somebody has done it before, you can also do it. So if you are looking at applying for community colleges and all of that, I just want you to know that it is possible. You can do it just as somebody has done it. So please, I don't know what is stopping you from doing your study abroad, whether it's because of your CGPA, you cannot apply to this our regular normal universities here. Just go the community college route, and you might never know. You can be one of the lucky ones who would get their visa approved. And this guest today had the visa approved with no scholarship.
Yeah.
So there is no excuse. If we are to give ourselves excuse, there are 1,001. If we are to give ourselves motivation, there are also 1,001. The decision is on you to decide what you want to do.
Yeah, whether to give excuses or maybe to get things done,
Mhm.
And at the moment there are a lot of people who are receiving admission decisions, and some of them denials, others they are coming without funding. What space were you when you got your admission and the funding came? What should people do now at the moment if they have admission without funding or the decision did not go in their favor?
Okay, I'll say that it depends on the person because there's a gray area to this. I don't want to say come or don't come. What I would say is it's a risk you are taking. What are you leaving behind? What are you doing? I was not working, I was unemployed. So I was like, I mean, I can be unemployed in Ghana, I can be unemployed in the US, unemployed in so I was not actually leaving any financial benefits back home to come here. So I'm taking risk anyway. So that's I said it depends on what you are doing back home and how you want your journey to be. And by the grace of God, when I came, I didn't also rest. I did another application. I did a lot of applications. Like even though I was in school, still working, did a lot of applications. And by the grace of God, I got to where I completed from. So it depends on what you want to do, but I just want to know it's a risk. If you are home, you are taking risk. If you come here, it's also a risk that you are taking. But if you have an admission without assistantship, it is not over. There are lots of assistantship officers you can look out for. It is not just your faculty, and it doesn't end with your faculty. Let me just say it doesn't end with your faculty. There's a lot of assistantship sites that are not faculty related, so they can give it to anybody and regardless of the program that you are studying. Some of these are the veteran resource centers, the housing and residential. Even though some of these things they give it to the higher education, but it is not their right. So anybody can apply to it because it's not a faculty. I mean, if you are MBA, you cannot go to a faculty of sociology. That is a different story altogether. But when it comes to the veteran resource centers, the residence life, the transport section or the transport sector of the school, the career offices and all of that, it is not a faculty-based assistantship. So anybody is entitled, quote and unquote, to get it, and anybody can get it. So please look beyond your faculty and look at all these other assistantship sites that the school has and continue applying, continue going for the interviews. And you might never know, you might get one of these assistantship too. So please don't limit yourself to only faculty assistantship. Faculty assistantship is good, but there are a lot of other opportunities on campus as well to look out for that.
You had an opportunity to get 2 interview slots. Was it challenging your time getting an interview date as people are going through now? What did you do differently for you to be able to, because you had initial date and then later on you came to get another date as well. Was it challenging getting interview dates? If somebody is going through the same thing, what should they do?
I would say that it has always been challenging.
Yeah.
There is not it's not a smooth or a road. It's not a smooth journey like that. But then it's consistency and being persistent to look to searching or getting the date. So it's not starting for me. If you are not getting dates, it's not starting for me. Other people have also been through this journey where they didn't get a date, but they were still persistent. So I want you to know that your excuse is not peculiar to you. We've all been through the process and we understand. However, people are still getting dates. So you are part of the people who can still get a date. So sometimes also the mindset, they say everybody is not getting dates, so me, I don't care. No, look at some people are still getting dates regardless. Some people are still getting dates whilst everybody is complaining they are not getting dates. So why can't I be part of the people who are getting dates? So look at it from the positive aspect. And then as a Christian, I also say pray and trust God. Anything is possible.
Great. The Fred Effect team for more than a decade, no, close to a decade, we have the mock session platform. So we have a WhatsApp platform where we prepare people who have gotten admission and want to prepare for their visa interview. So this is made up of people going to community college, bachelor's, master's, PhD, and because of the experiences we've had over the years, getting the visa approved multiple times, and coaching people, connections with ex-visa officers, we use the ideas and information we've had over the years to guide people to go through the process. Send us a direct message on Instagram. We'll add you to this platform so that you can prepare for your visa interview. Please do not panic. People have been through the process. You're not the first person. It's going to go well. Be positive minded and everything will be fine. Arabi, thank you for your time. We'll connect next week.
Sure.
Great. So if you want to talk to the Fred Effect team, just send us a direct message. We are currently helping individuals with high school and diploma who want to pursue a bachelor's degree. So you send us your results on Instagram. We'll let you know the list of other documents you need to put together to go through. Never complain that, I'm not getting help. We've been doing this for a very long time. We are extending a helping hand. It's very different when we come on here to see that this is how we do it, this is how you do it. And then we are not willing to show you the way or maybe extend a helping hand when you need it. If you've written a statement of purpose, send us an Instagram message. We'll be happy to go through for you. If you have questions, if you've gotten to any stage of the process and you are worried where to go from, please send us a message. And on Instagram, it's easy. You can send a document, you can send a picture, you can call, whatever, and then we'll help sort out. There's a whole team behind the Fred Effect team. So if you see this podcast being put together, shout outs to Arabi for coming on. Shout outs to Josie, shout outs to Ima, Imshak, shout outs to Ben, shout outs to Kafui, Rebecca, shout outs to our designer, John. There's a whole lot of team behind what we do. And so this is, you seeing me is just the face behind the whole thing, but there's a whole lot of people working behind the scenes to put whatever we do together on the Fred Effect podcast. We are the biggest study abroad content platform, over 50,000 on X or Twitter. Our account is verified. Make sure you're messaging the right account. Over 30,000 on Instagram. Our account is verified. Over 180,000 followers on YouTube. That's great. On Facebook, we are 160,000. And then on TikTok, we crossed 200,000. So this is the biggest study abroad content platform. And to achieve these numbers, across different platforms, it's been consistent work and then putting in the work over years. It has taken us long years to put in this reputation, to build this reputation this far. The name is the Fred Effect. This has been the Study Abroad podcast